Thanks for coming, everybody. Franny and I couldn't be happier because today, after a lengthy and careful trial scrutinizing our lengthy and careful recount, the three-judge panel has declared a winner in the 2008 Senate election here in Minnesota. I am honored and humbled by this close victory, and I'm looking forward to getting to work as soon as possible. I am, of course, incredibly gratified by today's ruling and grateful to the judges, to our legal team, and most of all to Minnesota's civil servants, elected officials, and citizen volunteers who have taken so much time and gone to so much effort over the past several weeks and months to make sure that the votes were accurately counted. It has been more than 5 months since Election Day, and more than 3 months since the winner of this election was supposed to be sworn in to go to work for the people of Minnesota. This long delay in the seating of Minnesota's second U.S. Senator has come at a time when our state badly needs help from Washington. Since Election Day, Minnesota has lost 56,000 jobs. Since Election Day, more than 9,000 Minnesota families have lost their homes to foreclosure. And all of us have watched as our neighbors in the Red River Valley have struggled and suffered in the wake of the flooding there. Now, if I had to pick one person to do the job of 2 U.S. senators, without question, it would be Amy Klobuchar. And I must stress that Amy and her amazing staff have performed incredible feats of constituent service over the past several months. But she's only one senator, and it's time that Minnesota, like every other state, had 2. You know, over the past few months, we've all learned a lot about the mechanics of democracy, more than we ever thought possible, and that's a good thing. But it's important to remember why we go through all of this in the first place, why people go to the trouble of standing in line at their polling places for hours, or filling out absentee ballots, or even driving down to a St. Paul courtroom from all over the state to make sure that their votes are properly counted. After all, this was a hard-fought election, and the fighting continued long after the polls closed. But there's a reason. There's a reason we fought so hard. We didn't fight hard simply because we wanted to win. We fought hard because every Minnesotan knows someone who's losing a job or a home, someone who's struggling to pay for tuition or prescription drugs. We fought hard because the American dream, the dream that my family believed in when I was growing up in a middle-class home in St. Louis Park, that dream is slipping away for far too many working families in this state and around the country. We fought hard because when Washington lets us down, it's our friends, our neighbors, our own family members who suffer. And when we can do something about it, we owe it to them to fight hard. It's like what Paul Wellstone always said. Politics isn't about winning. It's about improving people's lives. And so I want to say a word to those on both sides of the aisle who have followed every twist and turn of the recount and of the contest, whether it was on the Uptakes live blog or a discussion with friends in the coffee shop, whether it was with patience or tremendous frustration. Let's not forget why this election mattered. let's commit ourselves with the same energy and passion to addressing the challenges we face, improving the lives of our neighbors and building a better future for Minnesota. The campaign for this Senate seat has been long and expensive. But the fight ahead, the fight to rebuild our economy and repair our broken healthcare system and restore our standing in the world, that's a fight we must win. It's a fight we must win by setting aside partisan gamesmanship and by working together. My role in that fight will be to work every day in the U.S. Senate with senators from both parties to serve the state I love, because restoring America's promise is going to be a tough job. And it's long past time that we got to work. Thank you, and I'll open it to a few questions.
I don't want to get
Norm Coleman says he's definitely going to appeal and this is going to continue and go on. What are your thoughts as he says that this is going to continue and could be for some time?
Well, I have no control over what he does, and he says he's going to appeal, so he is to the Minnesota State Supreme Court. But as these three judges have said, this was a very fair election, totally scrutinized. They agreed unanimously on everything, and I'm very confident that we won. I don't think that by attacking the courts of this state and the election process in this state, I don't think that's a winning argument in any court in this state, especially the Minnesota State Supreme Court. And after that, I believe I will be certified and then get to work in the U.S. Senate.
Will you be going out to Washington now, or will we wait until the Supreme Court decides?
As I have been doing, I'll probably go out to Washington between now and when I'm certified, unless Senator Coleman decides not to appeal. But I've been going back and forth in part of the process of just getting ready to hit the ground running, because we have so many difficult problems facing us, and I want to be able to get to work day one.
Since you have so many difficult problems facing you, should the Senate try and seat you now before the Supreme Court weighs in? Could you look this way?
No. Yes. Again, that's something I really have no control over, and I really think this is something for the state of Minnesota right now. And I think we're going to settle it here.
Can you tell us how much this contest has cost?
It's a lot. It's cost a lot, and I hope it doesn't cost the state of Minnesota. Hasn't cost the state of Minnesota very much.
Would you comment on how the judges appeared to characterize this contest, Coleman's contest, that is, in stern language, stopping just short perhaps of even calling it frivolous, ordering Coleman to pay your attorney's fees?
Well, by the way, I haven't really had the time to read the whole ruling with any care at all. But my understanding is the attorney fees that they've ruled that the Coleman camp should pay is only for the 3 days where they were sanctioned for not giving us the information that they had and were supposed to give us. So just want to make that clear, that they aren't saying that the Coleman camp is paying all our attorney fees. I think they have to pay all the court fees.
The judgment itself?
Well, I did read a characterization. Basically, I think they were saying that this was an election that Minnesotans can be proud of. That it was a fair election, that the election judges in every county, the election officials in every county, the volunteers in every county and precinct in the state did a great job. And that it was a very accurate count, and that we have a lot to be proud of. And I agree with him.
Last question.
If you could speak with Norm Coleman tonight, would you urge him to not appeal? What would you say to him?
Yes, I would probably urge him not to appeal. Although I'm sure that he's made his mind up, and I'm a pretty persuasive guy, but I don't know if I could win that one with him.
How long should Minnesotans go without a second U.S. Senator? How long should...
Well, the court said that I should be certified. The three-judge panel today said that I was the winner of this election, and I would love to be certified in 10 days, and I would call on Senator Coleman to allow me to get to work for the people of Minnesota as soon as possible. And I think there are, look, we're starting to have health care policy that's going to be written in the U.S. Senate. And I want to be there for that. And Minnesotans need 2 senators there for that. And so I want to get going as soon as possible, because we're facing tremendous problems in this country, an unprecedented array of problems. And the sooner I can get to work, the better. Thank you all. Thank you.